The intelligence system pivot. Google just officially redefined Android as an intelligence system, stripping the traditional application icon of its role as the primary interface for your phone. In the Android 17 keynote that kicked off this morning, the focus was not on screen time or new notification styles. Instead, the company confirmed that the home screen is being demoted to a secondary launcher. This shift moves away from the app as a destination and toward the app as a background service provider. Android is no longer a grid of boxes you have to manage. It is a unified, agentic layer called Gemini intelligence that exists between your intent and the cloud. Magic Queue and predictive intent. Magic Queue is the mechanism that effectively kills the need to manually navigate menus. It works by constantly parsing your local context, such as a text about a dinner reservation or a calendar invite for a flight. Rather than making you copy and paste data between apps, Magic Queue prepares a multi-step workflow in the background. If a friend asks for your address, Magic Queue doesn't just suggest the text. It identifies the most efficient transit route, checks your battery level, and prepares a rideshare request for the exact moment you need to leave. It transforms the operating system from a passive tool into a proactive coordinator. Auto Browse destroys the GUI. Auto Browse is the most aggressive part of this update because it removes the requirement for a human to ever see a website. In Chrome for Android 17, Gemini can now enter a secure agentic mode to execute repetitive tasks like booking a specific parking spot or filtering insurance quotes. You no longer struggle with poorly designed mobile layouts or cookie banners. You give a verbal command, and Gemini navigates the web code directly. This renders the traditional graphical user interface obsolete for transactional tasks. If a business requires 10 clicks to complete a checkout, Auto Browse does it in milliseconds behind a single confirmation prompt. Think of it as the ultimate ad blocker, because the agent never looks at the ads. The Headless developer crisis. The risk for developers is becoming invisible in a world where the agent is the only user. If your application does not integrate with the anti-gravity developer platform or expose its logic to Gemini intelligence, it will simply never be surfaced to the user. We are entering the era of headless services. Many companies fear this will destroy their brand identity and ad revenue because users no longer spend time inside their custom environments. However, the early data from the Android 17 beta shows that conversion rates for agentic tasks are nearly triple those of manual app navigation. Developers are being forced to choose between maintaining a walled garden or becoming a high-efficiency utility for the Google ecosystem. The end of the destination economy. The transition to Android 17 signals the definitive end of the destination economy where websites and apps competed for your attention. By merging Magic Queue and Auto Browse into the core of the OS, Google has essentially nationalized the mobile interface. This turns every company into a silent API provider and transforms the smartphone into a single, unified agentic surface. For builders, the strategy must pivot from engagement metrics to objective completion speed. If your service adds friction, the agent will simply route around you to a competitor that offers a cleaner integration. The real implication here is the death of the middleman. We are moving toward a reality where the only thing that matters is the data and the execution. Watch for the June stable release of Android 17 as the moment when the App Store model begins its long terminal decline. Subscribe for more.